Buonasera, or good afternoon, collectors. So you'll see here today I have a Mini GT Huayra Roadster spinning around. It's a nice model, great value. GT is a great value brand, but the Huayra being a hypercar, I had to try and get a better version, and I was so blown away by the McLaren I got from this brand that I went ahead and got this. So it's just great. So let's take a look at it, and you might wonder why is there some plastic wrap on it. I got it from the same website as the other one, and it's called Small Ants Model or something. You guys search for Small Ants Model, or I think the website might have been called samodel.com. And yeah, I think they open these things up and then add that extra layer of shipping safety, because this is definitely not stock. There's extra tape here. The cardboard definitely isn't virgin. But if it gets me a model with less damage, I'm okay with it. Okay, so let's look at this here, and LCD does get some sort of approval usually, at least on the McLaren I think they did. Anyways, there's a legal stuff for you. Okay, let me get this off here. So the Huayra Roadster came out in 2017. It's named after Huayra Tata, which is some sort of wind god. And 100 units were made in the real world because AMG Mercedes is the engine supplier, and I guess that's all they would give them. It's the same twin turbocharged V12 as the regular coupe. Let's see, this is probably from the factory, and it makes around 750 horsepower. But the Roadster is unique because it actually is lighter than the coupe version. Most convertibles are usually heavier than the coupe version to try to make up for the lack of a roof rigidity. But I think this must have been designed as a Roadster first, and so that's why it's the first Roadster to be lighter than the coupe variant. And it's actually 70 kilograms lighter than the coupe. Okay, so that's all I have for the statistics of this vehicle. I'm going to, oh, you notice the roof just fell off. We'll save that for later. I'm going to take this off the stand. And it's a nice purple color. It's different from all my other Paganis in my model collection. Here's this base here, by the way, if you're interested. It's pretty nice. It's not limited edition or anything like that, but that doesn't bother me. I don't care. I just wanted a nice model. Okay, so unfortunately, these mirrors are rigid. They're not flexible like Mini GT. That's one thing you want to check on this. So maybe I should leave it on the base, because if I drop this, those mirrors are shot. But I guess while we're talking about the mirrors, there is a reflective insert there. So it's not silver paint. It's actually like a chrome sticker or something, I think. It's very reflective, right? Okay. Well, I guess we'll go at the back, start here. So, unfortunately, I see the tail exhausts are a little crooked. You know, it's nice to see that they're really small and they're dimensional, really thin tubes, really nice, but they're not laid up properly, so that's too bad. And then, oh, this Pagani sticker just wanted to fall off there, so I gotta maybe press that back on, maybe center it as well. So, it's a nice sticker and all that. Let's zoom in for you guys, but as you know now, it can fall off easily. I'm wondering if it even belongs there. Maybe it belongs down here. I'll have to check rear view pictures of this. But there you can see the exhaust. It's a little bit crooked. Over here we got the nice chrome sticker, I guess, of the Huayra Roadster. So I don't want to pick at that. I'll probably destroy it. There's a texture here in the rear grille, and you got the carbon fiber texture on the bumper, so that looks pretty good. The lights are just painted. They're painted red and then silver in the middle. I don't know if that's accurate to the real car, but I'm not sure what to think about that. Alright, so the active aero flaps here look alright. Engine detail, oh, that's really nice actually. Some gold as well as on the black molding. Okay, a little tiny piece of plastic there. Alright. And then obviously a little plastic on the engine cover. So look at this interior. Maybe you guys already skipped ahead and are looking at that, but it's nice. I mean, you got so many colors going on. The seats, you know, there's a little red seatbelt buckles right there. I'm not sure what this center thing is there, but those are some great seats right there. The steering wheel, there's no logo on there. I'm not sure if the real car has one, but it is two-tone, so that's pretty neat. A two-tone steering wheel. I'm trying to see if the instrument cluster has any sort of gauges printed on it, or a decal. I think it does. Right there would be the angle. I'm going to try to look through the camera here. Yep, look at that. That's some great detail. There's a tachometer and some sort of middle thing in the instrument cluster. But then the center console, you can see the detail as well of the screen there. And then you can see this reflective insert in the rear view mirror. So that's good as well. So great detail. Yeah, LCD, you're becoming one of my favorite brands here, even though this is my second model from you guys. But you're doing the job. You're putting in all the extra details, justifying your prices. Okay, so let's see here. What is this little thing here? I don't know. Maybe it's a button to open the door? I'm not sure what that is, but it's printed on there. The vents have a little bit of black in there. It's just casting though. It's not going in anywhere. And then the side we have, again, some print. I don't know if that's printing or a sticker or a decal. I don't want to pick at it. I'm afraid it'll fall off like on the rear. These wheels look pretty good. But there's nothing on the center cap. I think the McLaren actually had a sticker there, but this one no. And then, are there brakes? I don't know if there's a brake system in this. The McLaren had some rotors and stuff, but well, I don't know. I think they skipped the brakes on that, which is actually unexpected. I thought it would have some. Oh, am I mistaken? Do I see a little bit of red there on the rear wheel in the front? I don't know. I think my battery's dying on this flashlight. Boy, so that's hard to say. Let me, I'm trying to look at the bottom side to see if I can see. Let me get another flashlight. Oh, this is a big flashlight, but I don't know. I can't hold the flashlight and then hit the focus and hold the car. I don't have three hands. I don't know. It's hard to say. There's just not much air between these. I don't know. Whoa. What is going on here? Well, this side actually has gold wheels. So that is odd. Right? I mean, I don't know if that's good or not. It's good in the fact that I actually have like two cars now, but it's definitely not accurate. I don't think any Pagani owners are running different colored wheels on each side of their car. Maybe they are, I don't know. I gotta say though, I do like these gold wheels more. You know, it's more detail. It's gold and chrome, so that's nice. Although I still can't tell if there's any sort of brake system in there. There's just not enough gap between. I don't know, so I guess I'm gonna stop dwelling on that. Okay, well, I guess since we're on this side, the gold side, let's see if there's any defects or anything like that. I don't see any. A little black paint here, which is a nice touch. You know, it's just a casting, but it's black to make it look like a vent. And then let's go to the front here. Some texture here in the grills. Kind of a rough texture though. It's not very precise looking. The headlights are really nice though. They're like rectangles and they're painted with a little bit of silver around the rectangles, so that's good. And I'm now noticing that this is a metallic purple. I didn't even realize that through my camera screen, but I'm looking at it with the naked eye and there's some flake in there. And there's also additional printing here for the flaps, the active aerodynamic front flaps. So just to let you know, these things actually help when it's turning. An opposite flap of the turn you're taking will create downforce on the tire that wants to lift off the ground. So I think that's pretty cool on Pagani's part. Let's see the badge here. It's legible? I don't know if that's legible. I don't think it is. No, it's not. So that's too bad. But that carbon fiber looks pretty decent. I didn't even notice it before. I thought it was just black, but there actually is a carbon fiber texture here. So that's good. And then the mirrors themselves also have a carbon fiber texture printed on them. So that's really nice as well. So, oh, look at this. Behind the seats, I'm now noticing some circles. Are those speakers? Or air intakes? I don't know what those are, but it's a nice detail that the LCD added. So yeah, it's a really great interior that LCD did. Okay, this windshield wiper blade is very three-dimensional. It's a separate piece of plastic painted black, and then the trim there as well. You'll notice here, the windshield is plastic. It has a solid black, graphic, but here the little piece that holds the top is carbon fiber textured, so that's nice. Well, it's not a texture, but it's a carbon fiber pattern. Okay, so what about the front end here? So I can see some carbon fiber right there as well, so that's neat. But it's different from the regular black over here, so little material differences, so that's nice to see. I'm now also noticing the instrument cluster has a carbon fiber graphic on it as well. So that's really good. Hopefully it's not too reflective and you can see it. Okay. So the bottom, it does have a molded in carbon fiber texture. It's pretty well done. I like it. If you want to modify it, you can. Pretty thin vertical strakes here in the diffuser, so that's good. Pretty nice tread pattern actually. Very nice. And from the side view, it doesn't look like it's an off-road car. The tread blocks, they're not super tall, so it's pretty good. You can see some indication of tread blocks, but they're not so tall that it looks like it's going off-road. So that's pretty good. Those are some good tires. Alright, so well, I gotta say, it's a good model. I kind of feel like the McLaren I got was a little bit better. Something about the details on that one. I guess it was just a more complex model to make. But this does have a lot of tiny details. I'm now noticing some chrome paint here and chrome paint there. So I guess it just depends which car you like more. I actually do like the Pagani more. I gotta think about it. I think I might just be thrown off that I can't see obvious brake rotors, a brake system in there. It might be there, it's just there's not much of a gap between the spokes. And then I'm not sure what to think about the gold on this side and the silver on this side. Was that a mistake or was it done on purpose? What do you guys think? I mean, do you think you would like a model to have silver on one side and gold on the other? It might be cool. I don't know. It's like I have two models in one, but it's just obviously not accurate. I'd be curious what your thoughts are on that. Okay, well, the last part, since we're going past 13 minutes, is to compare it to Mini GT. It's not. I don't know if it's a fair comparison, but actually before that, look at this. This roof panel is awesome. You can actually see through it quite nicely, see through that little texture. Wow, that's amazing. Okay, right, very nicely done. So I don't know why I'd want to display as a coupe when I can just have a model of a coupe, but there's the roadster top. Can I zoom out enough to let you compare it to the photo? Alright, I'm going to take the top off actually. This is a roadster, right? Okay, so let's let that spin around a little bit, and you can decide for yourself if you think you want to buy it over the Mini GT, but obviously for more money. It's definitely better than the Mini GT. I mean, the headlights, look at the detail differences there. This thing actually has carbon fiber printing on it. This just has some metallic gray. This definitely doesn't have a brake system. And then the body panel lines are all filled in with paint, or they're just not very good. And then the taillight is very low detail compared to the LCD model. So they're two different price categories, so you gotta accept that. I still think Mini GT is good as far as our value goes, but as far as just looking at a model, it's not remotely close to this LCD as far as its execution. Alright guys, well then I enjoyed this video. I learned something new. I learned that you can get cars with 2 different colors wheel sets, but is it good or bad? I don't know. You decide. Let me know. All right, see you guys. Bye.